Hello everyone, this is Zakri again with this video again, this time with you. I hope you all are doing good, and in today's video I'm just going to be discussing a few things like that you need to do or make sure of when you are basically packing for your trip. I'm sure by now most of you must have been received your visa, or like you guys must be in the process. So it is only a matter of time since you start packing, and most maybe you don't know exactly what are the items to keep, or you're doubtful about some things. So I thought like I'll share my experience with you and what I think are some of the items that you should bring with you, and like are the most useful ones, so they help you quite a lot. So if you are new to my channel and like you are watching this video for the first time, do hit that subscribe button, or if you've not subscribed yet, do hit the subscribe button as well. And let's get started then. So one of the things which most likely you all have it is the travel insurance. I think it's because it is a requirement for you to receive your visa, so I hope that is something which is obviously with you by the time you travel. uh, so make sure that some of the important documents, of course, your passports and your travel insurance papers, and also your documents, educational documents, make sure that you carry like all the originals with you. And important stuff is like, do scan every single one of them and save it on a drive or something, so like may it not happen, but if you lose something, any document or something, you still have proof that you have the scanned documents. And leave the copies back at home, like make one set of copies or something, and you can leave that at home, one or two sets, and then you can carry the originals with you and keep them safely with you while you're staying over here. Now the luggage, there are some flights, for example, I know about Saudi Airlines. They have they give you luggage of like 2 bags per person, and I think each one of them is allowed at 23 kilograms per bag. And then you can carry an extra hand carry which can be around 7 kilograms. I had a recent experience with Egypt Air, so with them also at the lowest class I think they allow you only one, but in my case I had to pay only like maybe €6 extra or something, and I got the middle class, and it gave me the opportunity to carry 2 bags, again 23 kilos each, and the hand carry of 7 kilos. So I'm not, but I know, like for example Lufthansa, it only allows you 1 bag. So there are some flights which do not allow you 2 bags. So of course by now you might have not booked the ticket, or maybe you might have already booked it, but if you're booking it, the best way would be like to go with some flight which can actually allow you to carry a lot of luggage in one time. And for booking of the flights, two of the best options are Skyscanner. That is a really good application, gives you all those possible flights and the lowest price and everything. Or you can try Google Flights, that is also very helpful. They also give you the prices with the lowest, and you have a lot of options from there as well. And I guess that is really it. Now there are some of the basic items that of course you are supposed to carry, which you are obviously supposed to know which ones to carry and which ones to not. Starting with the clothes, I mean, clothes are basic, of course you're going to carry them. One advice I would give you, especially those who are coming in the winter semester, Like obviously you would be arriving in September, or if not by October you'll be here. For those people, I would say, like, if you have like a jacket or any kind of warm clothes that you might be having in stock, do bring them, because it is very useful. Like if you have a jacket at that time, you can easily survive the winter over here. But again, I cannot say anything about those who live in Munich or the colder parts of Germany, because there it's even more cold. I'm talking about Frankfurt and Darmstadt. In this area, it's not that cold. Like if you have your own jacket, you can easily survive on the basis of that, along with, of course, some other warm clothing. But like if you have a jacket, at least one, you need to bring at least one jacket. And if you have a thermal suit, bring one or two of them. And the rest, of course, the jeans and the shirts, those are totally basic. That's up to you. Shoes, you would definitely have one pair, but if you can bring two pairs, like one for if you have a winter pair, that would be really good. Or you can, for the winter shoes, there are some good offers. You can maybe go for them. If you're coming in the summer semester, don't bring winter shoes, because by the time you come, there will be some sales going on. So I would suggest at that time, like because the sales are somewhere around in the month of March, something like this. So if you can, in those days they are basically getting rid of the old stock, the winter stock, and you can get a very good price on the winter shoes. So I think for those coming in the summer semester, you can skip on the shoes. And utensils are just the normal cutlery items, like the plates and the spoons. And since it's a good idea to cook by yourself, uh, bring some pan, like one big pan, saucepan or something, which can manage like a dish if you're cooking for in a bigger quantity, and you can have a small one. So basically maybe three pans might be enough, like depends on the size. I mean, one big is good, and one medium and one small, I think that would definitely make the set. And knives, forks, spoons, uh, cups, glasses, all those basic things like which you think might be need. I mean, these are the things you might be needing in the everyday use. So it's better to bring one of them each, and then you can see maybe if you need more, you can either adjust it over here or maybe buy it from here, or yeah, whichever suits you. Electronics, as far as electronics is concerned, of course your laptop is allowed, and mobile phone, mp3 players, all kinds of electronics are allowed. But these ones are some things you can carry in your hand luggage, take it into the cabin. But avoid any other electronics, like for example for men, if you have any shaving machines or something like this, try not to carry them in the hand luggage. Put them in your main luggage so you can deposit it when you are depositing your other luggage. Other than that, I guess if you have space, maybe you can try for bringing iron, clothing iron, if you have the space. Depends on the luggage how much you have. Another thing is like over here the standard for the plugs, the sockets, is like it's a 2-pin, a brown 2-pin. So you might have to check your chargers, like what are those pins like. If you are like the European standard chargers, then it's fine, you can easily use the outlets over here. But if you don't have like maybe you have a 3-pin charger or something like this, I would suggest you bring the converters, because from here in the early days it might become difficult for you. Maybe later on you can manage it by ordering one through Amazon or maybe some other place. But in the early days, I would suggest like do bring your own extensions and converters for 3 to 2 pins and stuff like that, so like you don't have to face any issues. Another one more thing is like I forgot to write down over here, but it would definitely come under the electronics part, is like you need a Wi-Fi router. A Wi-Fi router is very important because over here each of the dorm they have like their main Wi-Fi, and there's a port for the internet Ethernet port. You just need to connect a cable from the port directly to your own Wi-Fi router, and they will give you the settings, and then you'll be able to connect to your router. So bring a good one. If you have one, a good one, you can bring that one, or you can just bring one that is fine for you, but do not forget it because it is one of the important things. Under the medical items, you can bring some of the medicine, maybe regular medicine, for example universal kind, for example Panadol and stuff like that, which is very universal, like for small headaches and stuff. But do not carry them in your hand luggage. Make sure you carry it in the main luggage which you deposited. And if you are taking some other kind of medicine which is like prescribed to you by your doctor or someone, then I would suggest that not only that you bring those medicine with you, but also bring the prescription. And it should be like a proper prescription, like some kind of official one. So most likely they might not ask you as long as that medicine is inside the luggage which you deposit. But if there is a medication which you need to carry it in your hand luggage, then make sure you have the prescription with you in whatever case it is. But you must have it, so like you don't have to face any issues later on at the airport or anything. One of the items is food items. As soon as you land, of course, it's not easy for you to. You must be tired. You must have had a long journey, and then when you come here, maybe you have to get yourself enrolled and then get into the room sometime later, whatever it is. But it's a tiring day, and you do not want to go. You don't know where to go for eating, and you don't have anything either. So I would suggest like at least bring something, at least one item of food. Now what you cannot bring is this is very important. You cannot bring any kind of poultry products. You cannot bring any kind of meat, because during my experience I was not sure, and from all the people I asked, they said tinned products, canned products, but none of them was, I don't know, maybe they never brought it, so they did not know. But I brought some meat and it was all thrown away. So I would suggest don't bring anything like that. If you want to bring, maybe you can bring something like if you can bring some cake or some kind of cereal, something like which can like at least get you through a few days, like 2-3 days. That's all you need. Or maybe if you're cooking or making something, you can make something like and some kind of spaghetti, some kind of noodles, like something that doesn't include any kind of meat or poultry products. So like even if they open your luggage at the airport to check, maybe they might not, and that would be good. But if they do open your luggage, then maybe it would be safe to get away with noodles and spaghetti kind of stuff. So this way you can get away with these things. Or you can even cook lentils, like we call it dal as well. Maybe you can bring that kind of stuff and bring like a packet of bread with you. So, and then all you have to do is just heat it up in the room, and you can eat and survive for at least 2-3 days. And then later on you can go shopping and it can be fine. Like I mentioned already, hand carry is like laptop. Now recent queries I've seen a lot, like some people say that I want to carry laptop bag separate and the hand carry separate. Honestly, I've been doing that for a long time. I've been traveling quite a lot and I've been doing that, and it has been fine. I have always had a backpack on the back which had my laptop, mostly my glasses, and some kind of stuff, random stuff, but it was never too full. Like my main documents, for example, certificates, my file, entire file, I put it in the laptop bag. My passport and all those kind of things, I kept it in this laptop bag, and there was another separate hand carry. I've heard from some people, I'm not sure, I cannot confirm, but I've heard that from Qatar Airways, it's not the same case. They only allow you one bag. But I've traveled to Saudi and I've traveled to Egypt Air. Both of them did not make an issue for me about either of the fact. Like why am I had two bags. One was the laptop bag and the other was the hand carry. But yes, my laptop bag was not completely full with other stuff. It was mainly laptop, certificates, passport and stuff like that. So maybe that's another reason, but they never checked it, to be honest. So it's depending, I guess, on the airline. So whenever you book an airline or something, you can maybe ask your fellow friends about their experiences, and maybe that might help. But do not carry any kind of perfumes. I mean, those things are pretty familiar to you. Do not carry any perfumes in the hand carry, and any kind of flammable, inflammable liquids, don't carry them. Like for medicine, as I already said, medicine just go with your prescription, and then you can carry it, provided like you're supposed to take it during the flight time. If not, if you can wait for the time, then leave it, but still carry the prescription. It is important. Now there are some items which you might not be able to bring with you, and you might have to buy it from here. Now in my case, I did not have that opportunity, but some of my friends, I think almost all of them, they had their roommates who had already a microwave oven and a vacuum cleaner, these items. So my case, my roommate did not have that kind of those things, so it was a good thing. I mean, we both agreed. I bought the microwave oven and he bought the vacuum cleaner, and we both share both things, so that is how it works out pretty well. But I would suggest, like, if you have it already in your room in the common kitchen, then that's good. But if you don't, I would suggest that you can get it, because it saves you a lot of time. Trust me, it's not that dusty over here. You don't have, like, it doesn't get that bad. Your room doesn't get that dirty as it might in other countries. But still, you need to clean the room and stuff, so it becomes pretty easy if you have a vacuum cleaner and a microwave oven. So if your other roommates, they don't have it, maybe you guys can buy a common one, and this will help you share the price, and it will be easy for you as well. The leather spray, it is pretty optional. I would suggest that because especially if you're living in a place like Munich or some other colder parts where it's going to snow a lot and like it's going to rain a lot, normally you have those leather winter shoes, so you can buy a spray which keeps it basically waterproof. So that is available over here as well. I think you can get it easily for around 2 to 3 euros. It's a bottle. So otherwise you can, I guess, try for, if you can bring it from home and if you have the space in your luggage, yeah, you can try that as well. But this one is only like, depends on you, like just to keep your shoes safe, or maybe your jackets and stuff which you think can get ruined in the water. The iron, as I mentioned before, if you have space in your luggage, you can bring it. Otherwise, you can even get it from here. You can get it as cheap as, I think, 8, 9 euros, 10 euros. But it can go up as well to 100, 120 euros. It's all depending on your choice and depending on how much you use it, how much you need it. So that's up to your use. You can see how it can be of any use to you and of how it can be of any help to you. I guess those are the things. Another thing I just forgot to mention, very important. If you are booking a flight which is not allowing you more than one bag of 23 kilos, bring the most important items in that, and then there are some cargo services. I had this done for me, even though I was allowed two bags. No, I was not. I was allowed only one bag when I had to come, because I came through Gulf Air, and Gulf Air only allowed me one bag. So I carried the most important stuff, and then my parents, they sent me the remaining stuff which was important once I got here and saw like what are the items I need and stuff via cargo. And believe me, that costs you quite cheap. It did not cost me much. Like, it didn't cost me as much as it costed me for the ticket, not even the same price at all. Like, it's very, very low. So I think that is another good option. You can like maybe search for some cargo places at your home and see which one, how long they take and stuff. Most likely they should not take more than 2 weeks. Mine took like 2 weeks, and I got all the stuff easily. It's a bit of a hassle. You have to go to the airport and do everything by yourself, but trust me, it's quite good. Like, you can get a lot of stuff here without even, like, I think the price you pay for an extra class, like upgrading your seat, and like I think that's also more, and this one is much less. So you can try that one. It's a really good option. It saves you money, plus you can get a lot of luggage in that price. More luggage and a less price, so it's pretty good, to be honest. And I guess that is really it. I think I have pretty much covered a lot of things. I will try to make a list of those things and like put them on in the description below in the video, and so that it can be easy for you to understand if you like some of the things you missed or I missed. And thank you so much for taking out your time and watching this video. If you like this video, do like it, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel. And definitely do share in the comment section below any kind of queries or your experiences that you might have had, so like it can help other people as well who are watching these videos and planning to travel as well. So thank you for your time, and then I guess I will see you again later. Bye then.